By the way, just as you have seen from the title of this video, these are the main realities that most of us men will never really come close to understand until when it's a bit late. That's what I'm going to be discussing this amazing episode uh, of the hard realities that we face as men today in the world. And if it's the very first time that you are coming onto my YouTube channel, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and share this video with your brothers uh, for us to have these conversations, because yeah, it's important that we start having these conversations. And before I get into the video, the first thing first that I need to mention is yeah, I post videos every day at 6 o'clock, 6:30 the UK time. That's 9 o'clock Kenyan time, and 8 o'clock, 8:30 South African time. So for you not to be missing this episode, yeah, it's really interesting for you to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that you don't really get to miss these conversations that we have here every day of the week, Monday to Friday. And sometimes these videos, they also come on Saturday and Sunday. So for you not to miss that, kindly consider subscribing. Number one of these hard realities that most of us men need to come to terms with is you'll not always get the things that you want in life. And that's a very hard thing for most of us men to come to terms with. And it could be the girlfriend that you want, it could be the job that you want, the company that you want. Very often, you're not going to get it. And it's surprising hearing that you're not going to get the things that you want. However, there is an exception to the rule. There's men like myself who have come to terms that I might not get what I want, but I can get what I deserve. So, two different things here. You might not always get what you want, but you can get what you deserve. Let's say if you put in the work by going to the gym every day and exercising to the best possible way that you can, then definitely you're going to attain that physique that you want. I mean, that physique that you deserve. So men get what they deserve, not what they want. Probably it's women who tend to get what they want, but men get what they deserve. So is it a job that you want, you'll not get it. But the job that you deserve, definitely you're going to get it. And that's why I've always been here encouraging you men to take your time, learn a skill, develop yourself to be a man that is capable of doing tasks. Learn a skill online, learn how to code, learn how to edit videos, learn how to do digital marketing and all these skills. So when you're learning these skills, then you're setting yourself aside to become the person that gets what they deserve. What you want, you might never get it. Like most people want to, let's say, become billionaires. Yes, you want to become a billionaire, but how are you living your life every day for you to become this billionaire that you aspire to become? Virtually impossible. But that which you deserve is what you get. So for men, it's like 1 plus 1 will always be 2. That's for men. If you want 1 plus 1 to be 1, then you have to be extremely exceptional. If you want 1 plus 1 to be 1, then you have to be extremely exceptional to make it. And out there, putting in an example of someone like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is someone who gets what he wants, not what he deserves. Because anyway, at some point he wanted to be the US government to fund his project with the SpaceX and all that. But that never ended up really happening. So that's a very good example of someone who has gotten what he wants. And he's exceptional. He's the only one that is getting what he wants among the biggest people that I know of today in the world. Number two, people will often respect you for your money rather than the person that you are. People will always respect you for your money rather than the person that you are. Well, you can have the money. If it's stolen money, if it's corruption money, you might not be able to earn the respect. But if it's the money that you've earned and you've acquired over the years by you working hard, people are going to respect you because of that. But if it's stolen money, money that you've stolen from corruption, you've stolen from your parents, you've stolen from your brothers, you've stolen from your sisters, yeah, will not people are not going to often respect you because of that. So it's very important for men to understand that often we are respected by the value that we add in the society rather than what we think the personality that we have. The personality comes in second, but first is okay, what value are you adding into the world for this respect to be given? And once you're adding this value, then automatically respect is just added to you like that. So number three, I'm thinking of another hard reality, and this is a very serious one. Tomorrow is not always guaranteed. And that's pretty much scary. When you imagine that, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, and then you come to the realization that, oh, I am unable to do these things that I said I was going to do tomorrow. Or tomorrow, maybe you don't wake up. Or tomorrow, maybe something just happens in your life and your life takes a whole different turn. It is a difficult thing to do, a very difficult one. However, the faster you come to terms with the fact that tomorrow is not always guaranteed, then you have a whole window of opportunities that lies ahead of you, and you understand that I have to do what I have to do today, and when tomorrow comes, I will do it. And this does not necessarily mean now that you don't have to think about tomorrow. No, thinking about tomorrow is very, very profound and meaningful. However, it is not always guaranteed. Like recently, a friend of mine sent me a message. Oh, Chris, yesterday me and you were talking, and today I'm talking to you. I lost my father, and he had plans that he could have done tomorrow, or maybe when the people go to sleep, everyone says, "Yeah, tomorrow I'll do this. Tomorrow I'll get to do this," but it happens to the point that that tomorrow hasn't come. So, and this is a message that I will try to send to the overthinkers, people who are so much worried about tomorrow. Live in the moment, live in the present. When you learn to live in the present, yeah, then the present you have control over it. Tomorrow, you don't have control over it. However, plan for the future as if, hence the saying, live as if, no, plan as if you're going to live forever, but live as if you're dying tomorrow. So you can have all the plans and like someone who's going to live forever. But when it's time to execute the things that you said you have to execute today, execute them to the fullest possible chance that you have. And that's how you get to win in this game of a life. Not worried about tomorrow, but when you're planning, plan as if you're going to live forever. And that's why things like these people who make whiskey, 30-year-old whiskey or wine that is 12 years, 15 years, these are people who work on this whiskey and they keep on fermenting it for 12 years before they're able to put it in the market. And they're not worried that tomorrow maybe I could get hit by a car, or I could fall in a ditch, or I could die tomorrow if another pandemic comes or anything. No, they're not worried about that. All they are doing is, I'll be preparing this wine for the next 12 years. And by the time the 12 years is over, oh, whether I am there or not, the wine that I'm going to put out there in 12 years is going to be the best wine in the market. Can you just try to imagine this for a second? Someone is not worried whether they're going to die, whether they're going to live, but all that he cares about is, let me work on this craft whether I am there or not. Imagine if a winemaker or someone who is creating these things is so much worried about the future. They are not worried about the future. They know that at some point they will put something in the market, something that will just be greater and bigger than what you can imagine. If they die, they know that this is something that can continue. And I think this is how probably generational wealth is created by we who are present here in this world today, by building something that is just beyond us. It's like even this YouTube channel. With this YouTube channel is something that, yeah, it is beyond me. Because if today or tomorrow I'm not here, this channel probably, the message will just be there. So it will definitely outlive me. That's a very good way of looking at the long term of anything, and the long term of the things that we get to do. So tomorrow is not guaranteed. Live the present just as it is, but plan for the future as if you're going to live eternally. That's a very beautiful thing. Number 4, your appearances. It's a very hard reality that you have to appear good, because nobody gives a solitary fuck about your good thoughts. People want to see the presentation of something. If I was to come to my boss tomorrow morning and say, I'm presenting this idea, they don't really care about the thoughts that I'm having at the back of my mind with the idea that I'm presenting to them. No, for them, that is garbage. But what they care about is the presentation of the idea. How am I presenting the idea? Am I continuously elaborating my point one after the other, one after the other? If that's the case, then my bosses are going to see, yep, this is making sense. And it's something that is a bit difficult for most of us men today to come to terms with. Coming to terms that the presentation must always be good and nobody really cares about our thoughts. It's very interesting. And maybe you could try to think about it in this form. You want to approach a girl on the street, and this girl that you're going to approach, you're not well presented. Even if you had good thoughts of marrying her and making her the mother of your children, it doesn't really mean anything to her if your initial presentation was bad. So you have to appear good, like, yeah, the way I'm appearing now, appear good like this. Then you're able to sell your agenda now to this girl that you are interested in. It's hard to accept that presentation matters, But it's a very hard also reality for you to be able to come to terms with. And finally, number 5, part of the saddest realities that men have to deal with is very often the person that you love the most is going to be the person that will hurt you the most. Me, Muniulize, ask me. I've been there. Oh, I think the person that there's 2 people that I've loved the most, and yeah, all of them, they ended up being the people that did hurt me the most. And when I think about it, I'm like, oh, how comes I never saw the red flags? It doesn't matter whether you're the son of the president, whether you're the son of the chief, whether you are the son in a certain kingdom in Botswana or South Africa. Testing or being dumped by a girl that a guy loved is mandatory. It's something that cuts across the board. But how can you prevent yourself, or how can you help away? How can you help yourself from this? It's by you exposing yourself to the game as early as you can possibly do it, so that by the time that this rejection is coming to happen, you can just accept it for what it is. That sounds very, very difficult. But yeah, all of us. Me, actually, the time that I was dumped, oh God, I think I must have cried on the phone. I was busy there crying. "Oh, why are you doing this?" I begged and I begged and I begged. But she told me, "Chris, I am done with you and I will not be disturbing your peace of mind." But the Kenodia in me, or the idiot in me, I still went ahead and I reached out, and then communication again restarted. And then I was dumped by the same girl for the second time. Oh shit. Twice by the same girl. I was like, the first one, you are clever. But this time, I am the idiot in this relationship. And these are the sad reality that most of us men tend to deal with. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. But what options do we have rather than just accepting this? So those are the 5 major realities that every man must be able to deal with in their lifetimes. Probably there's others that I haven't mentioned, but with these 5, accepting the fact that you're not always going to get what you want. People respect money and resources that you have more than they respect the person that you are. Very sad and very hard. Number 3, tomorrow is not always guaranteed. It can be taken from you just in a snap. Number 4, I said your appearance matters more than your thoughts. And I give you an example. When you are approaching a girl, if your appearance is shady, they don't want to associate with you. But if your appearance is good, that's why you might have a good appearance with the bad thoughts. Women will listen to you. But if you have a bad appearance with the good thoughts, no one is going to be having time for you. Do you see the change in dynamics? Yeah, and final number 5, I said the person that you probably love the most is the one that is going to hurt you the most. And now me thinking, what is even love if the person that you love the most is going to be the same person that will hurt you the most? That's very, very difficult shit to come to terms with. But the earlier you come to terms with that, even better. So, men, my brothers who I'm talking to, let me know, out of the 5 hard realities that I've given you today, which one has affected you the most? I gave my example. Mine was the last one. The person that I loved the most was the same person that ended up hurting me the most. So, gentlemen, let me know which one is yours. And now that you know these five hard truths, you're able to deal with it in the long run. But other than that, I don't have anything else for you today. I think I'll see you in the next one.